Caitlin Clark just got drafted #1 overall WNBA, right? She's an all Iowa Tech girl. I'm lucky to work with all Iowa Tech. There's a ball handling aspect. There's a conditioning aspect. There's all these things, I guess, just to begin the conversation, I guess, and maybe even help me. What what are kids supposed to do? What does that look like? When are they supposed to lift? How much are they supposed to lift? It just seems like obviously obesity is a thing in the United States, right? And the excess of food. But I feel like the majority of the athletes I'm working with don't eat enough calories to maintain the workload that's expected of them between a morning lifting session, school for 7 to 8 hours of the day, and then they go to the gym after, and then their AAU practice and their AAU tournaments on the weekend, or multiple sports, or playing baseball and basketball. It's a lot, man. I guess maybe that's a decent way to end the conversation and begin the next one. So,
Yeah, I mean, and you talked about how much of the skill work goes into that to be that great on that kind of level. But I think if you overinvest in that and don't focus on the other areas of your life, like if you're just focusing on, the 2 to 3 hours you're on the court or in the weight room don't and you neglect the other 21 to 22 hours, like you're not going to last. Like your body's going to break down, your mental health probably going to break down. There's so many other things you have to take care of outside of, the skill itself. Sleep, how you're fueling, your recovery habits. It's to get to that level, like if you have dreams of, reaching that like Caitlin Clark-esque status, like it's a full-time job, and like that doesn't mean you can't have fun and enjoy yourself, but like it's bigger than the 2 to 3 hours you're playing your sport. Like you have every single decision you make on and off the court, like it's going to have an effect, like a compounding effect. Like years of consistent habits. If they're good habits, they make you. If they're bad habits, you're gonna break at some point. Unless you're truly just special and are able to rise above all that. But that's in the 0.001%. Like people, that's
yeah.
probably not the people we're talking.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's definitely a fine balance. I think you take a wider view of what a weekly schedule looks like. I think you put in your priority, you find time for that priority, and I think the stuff in the weight room, the stuff outside, it should only be an additive. I don't think you should overstress the system to a point where this volume is you're just throwing in 4 days a week after doing nothing. I think you find a program that you can build in slowly over time, and I think you assess what your goals are for that program, because a lot of training, especially at the high school level, it's Olympic weightlifting. It's just trying to get strong. I think the more you specialize your training and have a purpose for the volume and have a purpose for what you're training for and what your goals are, I think the training can only be an additive towards the the volume that they are asking for. And if it's getting to a point where the basketball volume and the training volume don't coincide with each other, I think that's when you get to a point where you look at the basketball volume and you ask if it's sustainable, and just see different avenues. But I think there's merit in progressing volume over time. I think our bodies are highly adaptable, and I think you look at people that are like Caitlin Clark, like she's done this for how many years end over end, and I I don't know if she's been doing the same thing year over year. I'm guessing she's added more and more over time, and I'm guessing the weight room's been a part of that. So I think you just continually monitor low volume from a wide view and really assess what your goals are. And I feel like there's a plan for everybody that will allow them to stay healthy while also progressing.